Hello friends, my name is Cameron. Welcome back to Dead by Daylight. In this video, I'm going to be playing as Springtrap, the killer I was most excited for to ever come to Dead by Daylight, and a killer that I honestly have not been playing as too much. So recently I decided to try to pick him up again and see how I can do. This is my first trial back playing as him since he originally came out, so it has been a while. I really do like Springtrap. I love his aesthetic, I love his gameplay loop, and I really do like how his ability works with his doors and also his fire axe. I also brought a build that I find to be extremely fun on him, and with that being said, let's talk about said build. Starting off with the perks, we have Fire Up, Lethal Pursuer, Nowhere to Hide, and Eruption. Starting off with Fire Up, I wanted a perk to assist kicking generators and getting information. So Fire Up or Brutal Strength are perfect for that. If more gens get done, Fire Up gets fired up, granting me increased speed when breaking doors, pallets, and generators. Also something that a lot of people don't know about is this also increases vaulting speed. So if you are dealing with a pretty strong loop that has a safe window, and if you do have 4 to 5 stacks of Fire Up, it makes it where you can basically vault over the window at bamboozle speed, even better than bamboozle speed. And sometimes it can catch survivors off guard, that or they think they can make a certain distance when they certainly can't because you were able to catch up to them a lot quicker because of the increased vaulting speed. Overall, I do think Fire Up is a very good perk just on its own. Dealing with pallets, kicking gens, or just vaulting over windows is always kind of something that the killer wastes time doing. So this perk, it does help out a lot with that. Moving on to the next perk, Lethal Pursuer. This perk is amazing on Springtrap, and the reason why is because unlike Sadako, where she has to wait for her TVs to power up before she can teleport, Springtrap can use his doors immediately just like Alien. So with Lethal Pursuer, you see all the survivors at the beginning of the game. Instead of wasting time running to another side of the map, because Springtrap is also very slow, you're wasting a lot more time going to another side of the map trying to figure out where survivors are. You just see the survivors, take your door that's closest to them, and start engaging the survivors immediately without, again, wasting time. This perk also works well with Eruption and Nowhere to Hide because of that increased aura reading that the perk gives off. And with that being said, let's move on to Nowhere to Hide. This perk is amazing for almost every single killer, but I think for Springtrap it can work a lot better than most, just because he does have a weapon that he throws. So if you do kick a generator and somebody's nearby, either they're trying to hide or if they're making distance, it can kind of tell you what to do next. As an example, let's just say that you kick a generator, Fire Up helps you out because a couple of gens already got done, so you kick it a lot quicker. Thanks to Nowhere to Hide, you see where the survivor's going. You can either do one of two things. You can just try to pursue them and just try to see if you can get a lot closer before throwing your axe, or you can wind up your axe and see if they're like kind of corralling themselves into like a tight hallway that are like a doorway, and you can go for a long shot. And thanks to that aura read, you're going to know exactly where they are, so you know if it's a good idea to do one or the other. Or if a survivor is hiding behind a rock, you kick the gen, you do see them, you can walk up to them, try to fake it like you don't know where they are, pull out his axe, and then hopefully hit the survivor, and at that point you're guaranteed a free hit. Hopefully the survivor makes another mistake, and you can basically get a free down by grabbing them with the axe in their back. Also, whenever Springtrap does exit a door, he gains the undetectable status effect for a little bit. So even better, if you kick a generator with Nowhere to Hide, you find a survivor that doesn't know where you are because, one, you're undetectable, you can jump scare them with your axe, again giving you a free hit. And moving on to the final perk, Eruption. This perk is good for information. Let's say you kick a generator, you go across the map chasing one of the survivors because you saw them with Nowhere to Hide. The moment that you down the survivor, the generator takes more damage, and if you do look at that gen and you see that a survivor is working on it thanks to the aura read that Eruption provides, you can hook the survivor, take a door back over there, pursue that survivor, then rinse repeat. I try to use this perk similar to Barbecue. The only difference is that Barbecue in Chile shows everyone's aura and not the ones that were working on the gen that got erupted, but still that extra 10% progress loss on gens that explode from Eruption is very helpful. And also again, thanks to Fire Up, you're going to be kicking gens just a little bit faster, so the synergy of this build works out really well in my opinion. Okay, let's move on to the add-ons. The add-ons I've chosen today are the Rippled Curtain and the Restaurant Menu. The Ripped Curtain just makes it whenever you hit a survivor with your axe, they will suffer from the hemorrhaged and mangled status effects for 60 seconds, and the Restaurant Menu just makes it whenever you do miss your axe, you'll retrieve it 20% faster. Pretty self-explanatory. If I hit survivors, they're going to have the Sloppy Butcher effect, slowing them down when it comes to healing, and if I do miss them, I'll be gaining my axe back 20% faster. I think these add-ons are great for him. Springtrap overall just has some really good add-ons. There's a lot to choose from, but these ones I think are very strong just by themselves. Having basically a 5th perk because of the Ripped Curtain is always nice, and also recovering your ability is always useful. I will say that to the day I die. If you have an add-on to recover your ability, that's always nice because killers' abilities is what makes them strong. Alrighty friends, and that's the build. So the map I'm playing on today is the Nostromo Wreckage. In my opinion, I think this map is pretty solid for Springtrap. A lot of loops are pretty narrow, so it makes it pretty easy for you to wind up your axe and get some pretty easy hits. Also, a lot of loops are waist high, so it makes it pretty easy for Springtrap to use his ability over those loops. This map does have some pretty safe loops as well, but Springtrap again can use his axe to kind of nullify those. So if a loop has a safe window or a safe pallet, the survivor better be careful when dropping it because if they get hit with that axe, they're either losing a health state or going down. And the final thing, there's a lot of like kind of spires and a kind of tall loops as well, so it makes it to where if Springtrap needs to traverse the map while undetectable from his doors, he can do that with ease, catching survivors off guard pretty regularly. So yeah, overall I think that this is a pretty solid map for him. And with that being said, I want to to thank you so much for watching, and I really hope you enjoy. Okay, Nostromo. There's a chance somebody sent me here. There were 2 hidden offerings. So I guess we'll see how this goes. I haven't played a Springtrap in forever. Okay. They're all over there. Hi. How's it going? I forgot you get slowed down whenever you hold your axe out. Good try. She'll make that. Why is this pallet down? Okay. She's not trying to get rid of it. Now she is. I'll let her get rid of it. Nice. Gonna pick up. I think I'll be fine. Yeah, I'm good. Okay. Let's go inside main, I think I'll go next, and I'll kick this gen too. Get eruption on this generator for later. I forgot to kick animation, it's so freaking cool. 2. How's it going? Minus 10%. You have life? Nice. I'm gonna be very careful with my axe. I'm not the greatest when it comes to it. It's a very safe pallet. I think you should have dropped this. Good job. I was hoping that she would kind of double back a little bit. Good job. Let's break it now. Use my add-on to get my axe back immediately. Good job again. Well done. I was hoping she would pull back. Yeah, it's a good thing I brought this add-on. I'm very rusty with Springtrap. There you go. Kind of looked like it missed, but I'll take it. Did I hit anyone over there? Yes, I did. I'll go over there next. Kind of cool thing about our rating perks with Springtrap is that you get a lot of good information with his doors.
Your struggle will end soon.
Yeah, no kidding. You just quit. How's it going? Let's kick this. Nowhere to hide. Gave me a lot of information there. Okay, let's kick this as well. Never mind. Can't see. That's how I feel every single time, buddy. I feel ya. Kayla, she went towards the hook. It's not a wise decision to leave pallets down, but we do have an axe, so it's not the worst thing in the world. I would say if she bolts that, I think I can make that. Good try. Oh, hey Laura. How are you? Sorry, Michaela, I'm kind of... Oh, hello. Kind of bothering you a little bit. Let's kick this. I don't see anyone else nearby. Oh, you do have a flashlight. That's why you stayed. Bit of a mistake, but that's alright. Trying their best. Springy, they're still here for another hook. Do I have basement? I don't. There's a hook right here, though. Wow, these hooks are very close to each other. Shin's still regressing. I think so is this one. I can head up there. Do I want to, though? Yeah, why not? Let's see if they're still there. I won't go after Michaela. I'll play nice. Okay. I'll leave her on the ground for just a moment. I'm hoping that Fang won't turn around. Ooh, that was close. I think I would have missed either way. Hello, Fang. I'm a failure. I think this will be a hit. They did get the bot up. It's good to get a, if you're able to get like a basic attack, she has life as well. It's good to get a basic attack because whenever you don't have your axe, you are faster. So do keep that in mind. Ooh. You can see my thought process there. I didn't even hear her bolt. I think I was too early. Nice job. Hello. Fire up is on 1 stack now. Okay, I'm gonna leave you with that. It's all yours, friend. I kind of wish I showed you like how fast you were going when you had items, or when you had your axe, I should say. I guess it kind of is an item, I guess. I think she might be back here, where Fang's generator was. They are healing. Makes me think they're healing in main. Yeah, she did come back over here. Oh, hi, bot. Let's kick this. Actually, no, Michaela had a med kit, didn't she? Can I pretend not to see the bot? Kind of. I think this will be a grab. No, dude, what a surreal experience. Springtrap grabbing Lara Croft. That's a new one for me. That's kind of funny. I think barbecue might be better than eruption here, but some good regression is never bad. And eruption I've been getting some good value from. Ooh, good job. Let's just break it. This is a pretty safe pallet, so. Don't really mean to chase you, but here we are. Kind of made a little bit of a mistake there. That was interesting. I think she was trying to fake the window, but she ended up going for it. Oh, you messed up. It's so freaking cool, man. I love Springtrap so much. Sorry, Fang.
Goodbye.
Okay, I think this might have been Michaela. Yeah, definitely Michaela. She has Blast Mine. It hurts. Please stop. Yeah, one thing about Eruption you do need to keep in mind is the constant, I don't think she knows I have. Let's pretend I didn't see her. Yeah. Good try. Will I get 3 grabs in a row? Yeah, well. Oh, good job. Good job, Michaela. Oh, wow, you have Dead Hard too. Wow, jeez. You outplayed me so well. Touché, my friend. Touché. I'm actually very proud of that shot. With this add-on, you kind of can just throw your axe whenever you feel like it, because if you miss, it's not that big of a deal. Well done, Michaela. Well done. I'll kick this, and then I'll head over to where the bot is. Or where I hooked Fang, I'm sorry. I'll try to go for the bot. Hi. Speaking of which, I'm a failure. What I might do, actually... Didn't somebody drop this? Could be wrong. What I want to do, I want to hit her with the axe, because I think she'll kind of glitch out and run into me. Nice. That loop is very strong, by the way. It's a very scary one. But I played a lot of this map recently, so I don't have much of a choice. She got that out fast. Well done. Alright. I think you're dead. I think Lara has... I think both of them actually have 2 hooks left. No. Fang's dead on hook. Lara is not. I haven't seen her in a minute. Hopefully I'll be able to find her soon. I'll go check that generator back there, the one that I most recently kicked. And we'll go from there. I actually think Fang was here. Yeah, this one, number 7. Oh, I'm grabbing somebody, I think? No, I'm not. What? That was weird, okay. Huh. No, I'm not gonna worry about it. I think they're still nearby. No, they're not. Well, they could be. Nope. Springtrap's fingers are so big, Springtrap's hands are so big, he uses a finger to open a locker. I don't think I've ever noticed that before. Okay, nobody here. Let's go check the middle gen. Where's Laura? Fang? Oh, there she is. I'll go for her. She's also a little bit closer. Just wait for them to run into you. Ooh, good job. This isn't the safest location. Okay, I guess Fang's done. I don't know where she would even be. I'll give her a hatch at this point. They've had a pretty rough game. I guess she's out of medkit, because usually whenever the bots are out of stuff, they'll drop it. I'm not too sure why Fang DC'd. Maybe that was an actual, just disconnect, like not on her end. I will try again. I don't care. Close. I would have hit her if I didn't miss. She's kind of screwed here. Yeah. Unless she was whatchamacallit, able to like make it around the pallet before I threw the axe. This is other Laura's medkit. Hi. How are you? Yes. I'm a friend. Let's go find a hatch. Oh, she found it. Very cool. Have a good one, Laura. Thank you for staying to play. I appreciate it. Well, that was good. I did a lot better than I thought I would do, honestly. And that one shot of Michaela is probably my crowning achievement. Okay, let's see. Did see Fang's life. Did see Laura's life. I don't think I saw the finesse. I could be wrong about that, though. Michaela, we did see her dead hard. She did a very good dead hard. She played very well. No clue about the DS. I did see her blast mine. Laura, no clue about the dead hard. No clue about the finesse. Resilience, iron will. I didn't even notice the iron will. But again, well played to all these people. I think they all did their best. Ooh, you can't use this when you dead hard, by the way. So I think interesting. But yeah, again, they all played their best. I'm not too sure why the other people quit. Oh, they brought a. That's secret. That's kind of dumb. And then Auto Haven. Thank God I didn't go here. I hate Auto Haven. But yeah, again, well played to them. Alrighty friends, and that's the gameplay part of this video. I really do hope you guys enjoyed this one. I did a lot more edits than I thought I would inside this video, so I really do hope all of it made sense, and I really do hope it was enjoyable to watch. If you guys have any feedback on this video, please let me know. Be much appreciated. But with that being said, let's talk about the trial itself. The survivors played very well. I'm not too sure what happened with Laura and Fang. I think Fang DC'd because of the servers I think were kind of messing up, because I had an issue where I was stuck inside of the door for a little bit. I think I was actually about to DC right there, so luckily I didn't. I'm not too sure what happened to Laura at the beginning. I'm not too sure if she actually quit or if she also kind of disconnected. But overall, I had a lot of fun in this one. I definitely did a lot better than I thought I would. I really do like Springtrap a lot. I like his gameplay loop, and I really do enjoy how he can interact with survivors when it comes to using his ability or the doors. Also, I'm very fond of Huntress, so it's very similar when it comes to the axe, except the axe that Springtrap has is a lot more weighted. But like I said, I really do enjoy his abilities and everything that revolves around it. And I'm super happy with how this build turned out. And with that being said, let's talk about the build now, or I should say the value I got from this build. Starting off with the perks, I think overall they did pretty well. Fire Up didn't really help out too much just because I kept hooking survivors consistently, and the gens that they were working on were constantly getting erupted. So unfortunately, I don't think Fire Up did too well. When it came to Lethal Pursuer, I think it was the best perk out of all of them, just because it assisted Nora to hide an eruption so well. And also just off that beginning, I was able to get in chase with Michaela right off rip and get a down relatively quickly because of that. And when it came to Nora to hide, I think I got some really good value from it. I was able to catch multiple survivors off guard. I was also able to know where survivors survivors were heading constantly. Nowhere to Hide is just such a good perk. There's a reason why it's in the top 10 most used perks. It's so useful. And finally, Eruption, I think I also got some great use off of it. Multiple gens I hit multiple times, and I really do think if Fire Up got more use, I think I would have been able to kick more gens and chase more survivors, because sometimes I did leave the gens to kind of just stay at the progress they were, just because I didn't want to lose pressure on the survivor that I found. But again, I really do think that Eruption did well. Moving on to the add-ons, both of them worked out really well, but I will say I believe that the menu was the best one out of both of them. And the reason why I say that is because I don't believe that the survivors really had to struggle against the Sloppy Butcher effect. Most of the time, the survivors that were suffering from the hemorrhaged and mangled status effects weren't really affected that much, because one, I left them on the ground for a little too long, or two, by the time they got put off the hook, they needed to wait like 10 seconds and then it was gone. So I do think it did deter a couple survivors that had medkits to heal themselves, because it would have taken a lot longer, and if they did heal themselves and if those effects were applied to them, they would have wasted a lot of time doing so. So kind of a hit or miss add-on. I still think it's very useful, just because again, if you're forcing survivors to slow down and heal, I think that's always helpful. Wasting survivors' times can always be helpful for the killer, but I really do think that the menu did a lot more. I missed 11 times, and that made it to where I was able to get more hits, and that was thanks to that add-on. I also do believe that a couple times I had a good opportunity to recover my axe and use it almost immediately, and again, without this add-on, I feel like I wouldn't have been able to recover quick enough to get those hits. Don't get me wrong, I did hit survivors 15 times with the axe, but again, I do think because of the menu, I was able to actually get those hits off. So yeah, overall, I really did enjoy this build. I ended off the trial with 3 sacrifices and 1 mercy hatch. I always love giving hatch whenever it comes to like close games or fun games. I really did enjoy this one again, like I said before. Also, I think the survivors honestly did their best, and also she gave me her flashlight, which I think is a fair trade. Before we end this part of the video, I am going to be talking about something new. I'm going to be talking about how many hooks I got. So how this works basically is that whenever I hook a survivor, if they hit stage 2, I will not count that as a hook I have gathered. So in this case, I have hooked 10 survivors. As an example of me not gaining a hook is if, let's just say Fang hit stage 2 from stage 1, I would have 9 hooks instead of 10, because I didn't hook her to get her to stage 2. I think this can give important context when it comes to the trial itself and how the trial was won or lost. As an example, let's just say that a survivor was left to rot on the hook, or I camped the survivor to stage 2 or death. How did that affect the trial? Did it make it where my build was stronger? Did it make my build weaker? Did it not affect the game at all? For this trial, I don't think it affected the game that much, just because I think I was using my perks and my ability as effective as I could. Also, if I did camp survivors, I think that would have been a mistake, because they were working on gens and not really focusing on getting the survivor off the hook immediately, which is good. You should try to focus on doing some generators and then go for the survivor whenever it's deemed like a good time to. But for this trial, I just think that I kept the pressure up, and my perks really did hurt them in the end. Alrighty friends, and that'll be the video. Again, I really do hope you enjoyed this one. Like I said before, I did a lot more edits in this video than I ever have before, so I really do hope that it was worth it and it was enjoyable. Also, what do you guys think of me talking about the hooks that I got in the trial? Is that a good idea or a bad idea? Should I not focus on it, or should I go more in depth about it? Again, any feedback is more than appreciated. Also, I'm going to be uploading a lot more frequently. I do apologize for taking the little hiatus that I did. Things have just been very busy recently, but I have fortunately got some time to work on some content, so I'm hoping to start uploading again. So if you do want to see more content from me, consider subscribing. I try to post whenever I can, and if you like the video, leave a like. It always helps support the channel. If you do want to see more content from me that I've already uploaded, you can check the description for a couple links down there. Those links will lead to a couple playlists that I've made on my channel. Some are DBD related, and others are other games that I've played through. I highly recommend my other variety content. I really did enjoy making them, and I think they're pretty fun to watch. But if not, that's okay. Again, I want to thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope to see all of you in the next one. Stay safe out there, friends.